Good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Mick Ruby, the naked truth when it comes to transfer news. And of course I'm naked, I'm in Bali, tops off and feeling a little bit frisky what's going on in the transfer market. But in this video today specifically, sometimes you have to take things with a pinch of salt, if you know what I mean. Whatever has been reported out in the media, which is not really correctly true. Yet again, we see that Jackson is being linked to Manchester United, although he's not on Manchester United's radar whatsoever. It's pretty much the agent that's been linking him to the, to the position of Manchester United. However, the price being set for Jackson, as per reported, on 80 million quid up to 100, which is something the Man United will not tolerate and do. So in this video, we're going to talk about the overall transfer strategy of Manchester United. Why are they looking to do? We're going to talk about the goalkeeper, we're going to talk about the striker, and potentially signing of a midfielder, a very important midfielder. Guys, do not forget to like and subscribe, hit that notification button before we go. Let's send it right here right now, and don't forget to bring your salt, because you got to take it with a pinch of salt, do you? Okay, so there's been some reports going on from Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein, Ben Jacobs, and a lot of media saying that, of course, Manchester United are prioritizing a striker. Yesterday, there was some news coming out that Manchester United are only looking at a Premier League striker, but I can tell you that is not the truth. However, now that Mbeumo is over the line, of course, Manchester United are looking to strengthen that, to put the middleman in the middle. And Rasmus Højlund has been rumored to leave, but only on one condition, that is if the club don't want him. That has always been the case. But however, we cannot simply risk to get Rasmus Højlund out of the door without even securing a striker. So that doesn't make any sense in my opinion. Jackson, you can moonwalk 100%, but the ones that we are 100% linked to in the midfield target, which I'm going to talk about, but it's going to first and foremost talk about the striker position and the swap deal rumors and what does this entitle. Of course, we're seeing that Aston Villa is offering Emi Martínez, but the price is about 40 million, which I don't believe the Manchester United will do. It's pretty much the agent offering, and Emi Martínez wants to come to Manchester United. He's highly appreciated, but it's not on the list in seriousness. The one to watch is what I've been saying is Senne Lammens. That is the target that Manchester United have been looking for longevity ever since. It goes back to 4 or 5 months, what I've been hearing. And that is a deal that could be made for about 14 to 17 million euros. I do expect Manchester United pouncing in and making a bid for that. In terms of striker, Benjamin Šeško, it's not as advanced as of yet, but he is on the list as Manchester United are prioritizing to get the outs going and raise some funds. And also the midfielder. We're going to talk about those two positions, which is key to Amorim, which is given the green light. Now, what's going on? It is the transfer market second half of the window, and it's called the window of opportunity. Right? Currently, if you look at RB Leipzig, they are valuating Šeško on 80 million euros, which is never going to be the price that Manchester United are going to entertain. Or even Jackson, or even Watkins on 70 million. That is something that Manchester United simply won't do. But Manchester United do have a strategy, and that is simple. It's pretty much wait it out. They're not in a rush. They know who the targets are. And as long as you get into the transfer window, the sellers become desperate and you can actually get them on a bargain price what you want, because nobody's coming in for it. Clubs need to sort of sell in order to understand where can we reinvest our money. So that is exactly what Manchester United is planning to do, according to what I've been speaking to club sources behind the scenes and some agents, of course. So Benjamin Šeško is absolutely the one to watch. Never mind the reports that Manchester United are looking for a Premier League proven striker. That doesn't really matter. We have Premier League abundance of Premier League proven, number 10s, and in terms of Mbeumo and Cunha. So adding on that, killer in the box or the dynamic player like Šeško would definitely change the game. So I believe that at the end of the day, Manchester United will come in and they have already inquired regarding the price and conditions with his agent. So they haven't really done a club-to-club negotiations, but that is not a problem. Christopher Vivell, as I've been reported, has excellent relationship with RBL Group, so it's not going to be a problem. And plus, you use that as the leverage as you look at what the market has been going for. Like, in terms of, we've seen the Gyökeres is over the line. Congratulations, Arsenal. Fantastic players for Gyökeres. He's gone for £64 million, according to the reports. So it's a total package of 75 million euros approximately. So that is a benchmark, and that is a proven goal scorer. So you can't really go, if you're RBL group, to say we want 80 million on what? On you can't really evaluate the player on potential. You got to evaluate the player on the performance and outputs. And we've seen that Eintracht Frankfurt, they sold Hugo Etikette. They have initial price of 100 million, but they dropped the price to lower down to 75 million euros. So I believe that this is a deal that Manchester United could squeeze and do, and that is what I've been hearing. The prime target. Number 2 is, of course, Ollie Watkins. But there is some rumors regarding a swap deal, and let me explain how these swap deals work. Never is going to be utilized, Ollie Watkins, for, never is going to be like Emi Martínez for Garnacho. But in that case, Garnacho needs to be willing. And if there is a swap deal to be made between Ollie Watkins and Garnacho, the way it works is that there is certain evaluations and transactions need to be made, meaning transaction of money. So let's say if we're evaluating Garnacho on £50 million, that means that Aston Villa still have to transfer transactions £50 million to Manchester United account, and whatever they evaluating, the price we agree on Ollie Watkins, let's say 60 million or 70 million, Man United simply just have to put the difference in between. So if they buy Garnacho for 50, we buy Ollie Watkins for 70. Man United only have to pay 20 million towards Ollie Watkins. And that is a plausible situation. But at the end of the day, there is no resale value. It's, in my opinion, we've been linked because it's a stopgap. It's the English Premier League proven. If I were Man United, I would go back to Brentford and say, Johan Wissa, 25 million, 30 million, here you go, beam, bam, bush, dash. And why would I say Johan Wissa? Well, it is the genuine partnership between him and Mbeumo in the Premier League last season and 2 seasons before. It's like a radar pair, it doesn't make any sense. It's a plug and play. So I would be shocked if Man United don't do that move, if they're going on the cheap. But forget about Jackson. Watkins is on the list. Šeško is high priority. Now, if we move into the midfielder, there's definitely a Manchester United priority. But however, if funds are available, and that's why we're coming down to the end of the window. So keep your eyes on what we've been saying on this channel on Edison from Atalanta. As me and Alfredo Pedula were saying exclusively, Man United was offered Edison in January, but Man United didn't decide to pull the trigger. They told Atalanta they're willing to wait for the summer. Back then, the price was 50 million euros, which is now kind of increased to 60 million euros. And at the end of the day, Atalanta, what I've been told, are not strangers to sell either Lookman or, Edison. And Edison has also been linked to the Saudi League as well. So Lookman at the moment looks very advanced with Inter Milan. This negotiation talk in personal terms seems to be not a problem for Lookman. And could Manchester United actually get the price down as long as the window goes, to get the deal what we want? We've done deals with Atalanta before. They're not easy to be made. But however, I would keep my eyes on that one. But also a midfielder from Galatasaray, which is Gabriel Sara. It's basically chased by Manchester United and Manchester City. And that is a price for 30 million euros. So there is midfield options that Manchester United looking at. They are definitely the Brazilian type of, midfielders, a box-to-box, energetic, important midfielder that can run up and down. Unfortunately, we missed out because we were not fast enough on the likes of Richard Rios. We saw what happened. We were struggling to even get Mbeumo over the line. And in between, Benfica pounced in and made the right bid for Palmeiras, which was 30 million plus add-ons. And, congratulations for Benfica. You know how it is. They will sign the player for 30 million and then we'll sell him at the end of the day for 100 million. So that is the strategy of Manchester United. They are simply playing the waiting game. They did it with Mbeumo, but at the end of the day, they had to pay up. But now we're entering at the final stage of the transfer window, which is going to be open till late August. Prices will drop. We will be having, opportunities to offload our players. We're looking at Anthony. And Garnacho will be key here. Garnacho opens up the door for all these signings because he's a homegrown talent, meaning pure profit on the PSR. If Man United managed to sell him to Chelsea, let's say 50 million or 55 million pounds, that means the Man United could spend triple amount on the books. That means that we can get a goalkeeper in, we can get the striker in, and we can get the midfielder in by only signing Garnacho, guys. I hope this really makes sense. There's nothing really new to report about, and I have some tragic news to share. I'm really little bit sad because my auntie passed away last night, and I kind of find a little bit strength to get myself to do this video, but I dedicated this video to my auntie Lily. God rest your soul and rest in peace. This has been Mick Ruby on this day of recording. Glory, glory, Manchester United. And we should be back very soon with more updates. See you till the next time. Said it.